afternoon to all the dignitaries and everyone present in this webinar. Myself, Srivani Rapalli, Head, Department of Commerce, Telangana Social Welfare Residential Degree College for Women, Kamareddy. I feel it's my privilege to introduce our eminent speaker, Dr. Renu Vij Madam. Dr. Renu Vij is working as an Associate Professor in the College of Business Studies, Vidya Jyoti Institute of Higher Education, Derabasi, Chandigarh. She is in the field of teaching, mentoring for the last 13 years. She has been honored with national awards for Best Women Academician from the National Skill Department and conferred an award in Best Women Education Award from REAA. She is also the external examiner of PhD of 3 universities and also member of Board of Studies. She has many peer-review UGC listed papers. She has also written 2 books and 1 edited book. She has delivered many sessions on framing of MOOC course, National Education Policy 2020, e-classroom framework, teaching pedagogy, cooperative teaching strategies and many more in MHRD sessions, AICTE, FDPs, HRDC faculty-oriented programs and workshops. She has also developed MOOC course on organizational behavior approved by UGC in Flibinet for Commerce and Management Studies. She has actively participated in many ICSSR and MHRD ILA programs. She has also organized the national conference at her college and participated and chaired national international conferences. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, madam. Because I am very. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Anand. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome, madam.
Thank you, sir.
First of all, greetings to all of you and namaskar to each and every dignitary who is here. And I am really privileged before initiating and before proceeding towards the session. I am keen interested to grab this platform. Grab the opportunity to convey my thanks, a humble regards to Dr. Chinnappa and respected dignitaries who are here, who gave me the opportunity to share my views. And it's my privilege to be here and to listen number of the recent things from all of you. Dr. Balwinder sir said very rightly that the need of an hour is to go ahead with the changes. The need is to change ourselves first, and it is what I can say this thing, it is very right that learn how to learn, because now this is the right time where the national education policy also focuses on the point of quality, and quality starts from us also, as we all are the stakeholders. And as he also said this thing very rightly, and the number of the other dignitaries also said this thing, that when we did our PhD or when we did our MBA, our course was different and the concepts were different. But now the need of an hour is to take the India, to take this educational courses to the another level, means to reach to the global standards. Now to attain to those global standards, definitely it is also said that the quality of the human capital is the touchstone of the education in any country. So the national education policy after 1986, now when it is amended, it is modified and it is in the platform, while considering the SDG, the Social Development Goal 4, that is the ensure the inclusive and the equitable quality education and promote the lifelong opportunities by 2030. It is our privilege to be the part and to be the stakeholder of this policy and to contribute our best to impart the quality education to our students. What I felt in this policy, the sir said about the knowledge creation and the knowledge resources to be created. Yes, he is very right. And the policy also said this thing, that the policy focuses on the 3 points, that is Janana, Pragya and Satya, means the knowledge, wisdom and the truth. The philosophy of the education policy, this NEP 2020, that is to get a good human being, overall holistic development of an individual, to contribute towards the social economical development. Yes, surely this policy also focuses on the multidisciplinary phases, the multidisciplinary approaches, and also focuses on learn how to learn to make Ek Bharat, Shresth Bharat. From where the session was started by Dr. Chinnappa, he also conveyed this point to make the India as a global leader in the knowledge creation, in the knowledge resources. The policy has done a lot of things. But again, being a commerce student first and a management student first, I found the policy ignores these points which is related to commerce and management. Maximum focus is on agriculture, maximum focus is on science, engineering. So the need being the part of this association and being the firstly as a student as well as the educationist, it is very important for us also to convey our points to the ministry or to convey our points to them to make certain changes to so that this BCom, BBA, MBA, MCom means these courses can also be improved very well, because these are the main points which focuses on the social economic development. No doubt, the policy also focuses on, while they said this thing that with the growing emergence in the epidemic and the pandemic situation, the collaborative research is very important, because without the collaborative resources, the social issues though can't be solved. So it also highlights this thing, and the need of an hour is to focus on the social issues, heighten the need for the multidisciplinary learning, growing the demand for humanities, for commerce, for management, that India to move towards becoming a developed country, as well as among the three largest economies in the world. The policy promises a number of the lucrative points, but provided the need of an hour is also to change the teaching, learning, innovative things, the teaching, learning techniques which are propelling to the global standards to create the new benchmark. No doubt, as we all know that in India, the largest population is the youngest population, and is that skill, majority of the skill is there, which only needs the high quality improvement. And for this, the policy development for the creative potential of an individual is enable us to make a Vishwaguru. I'm going to show you a slide, explain only the important points which I found as a stakeholder, and I'm also facing these problems in my college with the courses of BBA, BCom, MBA, MCom. Though we have developed the courses as we are affiliated to the government universities, but still we face lot of problems when we ask the student to go for a job, or when the student face the employment or the job holders. They faces lot of problems. The problem is the skill bridge. There is a need to cover up that skill bridge, and how it is possible to fill up that skill bridge only with the help of improvement in the courses. The National Education Policy 2020, where we all face, as number of people have, sir, is it visible?
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Where we face the major problems in the higher, thank you. Where we face the major problem in that education system is the less development of the cognitive skills and the learning outcomes, as many dignitaries focused on this point. I'm sorry, I'm repeating this point again. And then also focus on this point that the limited access on the social economically disadvantaged areas. So the need is to focus on that too. The limited teachers are there and less autonomy is there. More so, the merit-based career management is required. Less emphasis on the research in the universities and the colleges. But now in this policy, they focus on the more focus to be on the research in the central universities and the state universities. But also this time they said this thing on the private universities also, the need is to focus on the research. A bit funds to be released for the research with these private universities, provided they fulfill all the standards, not for the low standards or not for the ineffective regulatory system. Whereas the vision of this policy is to make the India as a Vishwa Guru and to develop the holistic individual or the skilled nation, the need is to contribution of each and every stakeholder towards this policy. Then only this vision is only possible to be attained. The global standards to create a new benchmark. The teachers, they are encouraged for the bilingual use of the bilingual approach, teaching learning material to be bilingual, and the quality education to make the lives meaningful, create the employments, contribute towards economic independence, more vibrant cooperative communities to be set up, as sir has already said, ma'am has already said on this. The cultured and innovative progressive nation is required. That is the basic purpose. And for that purpose, the need is to foster the unique capabilities of each and every individual. Now, this is a big question mark, that how we can build that or how we can foster the unique capabilities of each individual, because to each individual right now I found in my classes the teachers have the less interaction with the students. The need is to be interactive with them, more interactive with them, put your foot in their shoe and to encourage them and to find the unique capabilities, because whereas only one side we are talking about the employment opportunities and generation of the employment opportunities with the help of that to cover that aspect of Atmanirbhar Bharat, means to the entrepreneurship. So that is required to find out the unique capabilities, encourage them towards that, develop the holistic development, both the academic and the non-academic. Let them choose their own path, let them understand what is their talent, what is their interest, more focus on the counseling of the students as well as of the teachers, both is required. And more focus on the vocational trainings, vocational studies. Now is the time, is the urge of an hour to focus on the conceptual understandings, more focus on the cognitive capabilities, cognitive thinking and critical thinking aspects are required rather than the rote learning. Creative and the critical logical decision making, enable the individual, enable the student to be prosperous, to make India or a nation prosperous nation. Also promote the multilingual, the power of the language in teaching and learning. What I want to say, the coaching culture is required to be maintained. Coaching culture is required to be developed in the education system and specifically in management and commerce. I found the students who are facing the problem, as sir has said, the accounting, basic accounting or management accounting. If I face any sort of a problem in my accounting in questions, I find it difficult to interact with my teacher. Why that kind of the hustle is there? The need is to put certain inputs in our own self inputs in that subject to make the subject interesting and let them encourage and put them in the coaching culture while using the pedagogies, different pedagogies, either the cooperative pedagogy where the swim and sink culture to be used for with the students, and that certain kind of the coaching culture is required to be introduced in the either in your e-classes or in your offline classes. Then for the definitely extensive use of the technology for the Divyang students are also required. Education where it is a concurrent subject, light but the tight regulatory framework is there. I'm hurriedly going to switch to shifting to another slide, which is actually required to be discussed. Now, need is to identify, as Dr. Rao, Honorable Sir has also said, this thing, the need is to set the skill and the values at each stage of the learning. Then only it will be possible, and how it will be possible with the help of the coaching sets, with the help of the coaching circles, it will be possible for us to find out their skills. And the skilled nation is required to be developed and to solve the problems. The knowledge creation and the innovations are also required, and where it is possible with the help of the counseling, progressive systems, change in the pedagogy, change in the curriculums, change in our whole curriculum, and while addition of what that I am going to discuss with all of you. Building the vibrant communities are required, where vibrant communities is artistic, creative, analytic, each and everything to be there, as well as the sports are also to be there, again of their own choice, of their own will. Mentoring, transparent system, grading system is there, focus on the equity and the inclusion. skill-based education is required. Focus on the vocational fields, though they said very clearly the soft skill are required, liberal arts are required, NLP is required. Then the professional in another professional field, they focus on the trainings, they focus on the field works, but in the commerce and management, that is bit silent. Pedagogy emphasizes on the communication, discussions, debates, research, opportunities for the cross-disciplinary and the interdisciplinary thinking is also required. Optimum learning environment to encourage the high quality pedagogy. Engaging pedagogy is required. Continuous formative assessment is required. Scientific assessment methods are required. That how to apply that knowledge, as Dr. Singh has very clearly discussed that point. Then provide us suitable sources, as he said, the open resources are also available. Suitable sources and infrastructure to be there. Learning environment, engaging environment, supportive environment is required. Though right now we are in the e-learning stage, I hope we can use all those structures, because right now many open resources are available. Moodle, such kind of the platforms are available to impart the classes, and various other Pixabay and rest of the tools are available. As sir has also said, those statistical sources, Jamomi, etc. are available. So we can inform to the students that how to learn in case the teacher is not there. So in this way, the engaging and the supportive environment is also possible. High quality support centers are required. Emotional well-being is the one point which is actually missing right now, which is very important to be connected with the students. That emotional well-being is very important to be focused by all of us, what I feel. And which is also in the policy, and which is to be focused as not as a teacher, but as a mentor, but as a guide. It is very important to let the student be comfortable to understand the subject and make him understand that what he is going to get after doing that or after accomplishing that degree. Then changing practical side of learning byproducts, further improve their employability, and environmental education, value-based education, engagements with the community, engagements kind of the projects, though are very vital and though are required, though are supposed to be added. As in our university, we have also added certain courses and get the accreditation from the national scale. So we rest of the institutes can also go ahead for that, so that the overall development, holistic development is also possible, and whatever the additional skill the student is having, that can be encouraged. I am not repeating because sir has already discussed. Then the most important is the student activity and participation, because the vibrant campus life for the high quality PL process is there. Counseling system to be more stressed. Mitra system to be more stressed. The Mitra in the terms of the teacher to student or the students group, where the best student with the bit moderate student. So the groups to be framed such as the Mitra groups, and the quality of the education and the quality medical facilities to the students, again it is on the campus. Financial support to the students, proper information for the scholarship portals to be informed, so that they get the free ships and the scholarships from the government. Motivate them and energize them also, and along with not only to the students, but the quality and engagement in the faculty is also required. More and more initiatives with due respect for the FDPs, initiatives for FDPs, initiative for the workshops, and that too not for the certificate but for the improvement in our skill, improvement or in the self-growth of the faculty members. As right now we are in the stage of learning, everyone is in the stage of learning due to the pandemic. The pandemic teaches us that learn how to learn, and then we can teach or then we can mentor our students. And faculty motivation in terms of research services, and in the term of services, in the term of the innovative teaching and the research, though to be appreciated, and they should be motivated. every classroom now, I think it is an urgent of an hour to every classroom to be assessed or to be assessed with the latest education technology to definitely to have a better learning service, better learning experience and services. But I know immediately it is very difficult because it's a costly affair, but the proposal is there. We definitely that the institutions impart to drive the excellence that Madam has already shared. The excellence is required. For that excellence, all the things are going on. Equity and inclusion in the higher education to be focused in case, specifically in case of the social, economically and disadvantaged groups. It is required. The language, knowledge, ethos, traditions, all to be balanced in the pedagogy. For this, the policy focused on the point of the NRF, the National Research Foundation developed, where the equitable peer review research funding is there, develop the culture of the research, suitable incentives to the outstanding research students or to the faculty is there, focused. Here, they said this thing that full online or the offline public disclosure to be there, so that there should not be any kind of the discrepancies, or they should not feel that something hidden is going on. Then innovative and the research to be innovation and research to be focused even in the commerce as well as in the management field.
Madam,
that is again the Dr. Rao. I'm going to stop, sir. Just give me a couple of minutes. Then that is to focus on the opportunities of deeply engaged with the other disciplines. Artificial intelligence, as it is very well said, but I'm going to just share with you the two things. As sir has said, the artificial intelligence, we have developed the course, and right now I'm going to submit this course. This is not artificial intelligence. In my relevance, as I am from HR and OB, that is related to HR analytics and HR technology, which focuses on the matrix system, measuring and matrix for the effective decision making, the metrics for to cover the skill gaps, how to find out in a company that where the skill gap is there and how to fulfill that skill gap, the various statistical tools to find out that, the ratio analysis, benchmarking and balance scorecard, and how to calculate the balance scorecard that is included with the HR analytics, and the workforce analysis and the people analysis. All those points are covered in that. I'm just sharing the example. So with the help of that, we can make Bharat a Shrestha Bharat, and along with that, the Apnapan in quality education with the use of the technology and with the use of the Lok Vidya, as the policy has also said is possible. I'm sorry, I have taken a lot for the policy formation. Outstanding results, specifically in case of the commerce and management, high quality sports system, and the innovative models, the fieldwork to be focused, critical thinking basis case studies, cooperative learning teaching strategies, connect with the social community projects, multidisciplinary trainings to be focused. One session, as sir has said, to be totally fully based on the training based, and the syllabus to be in industry based, either learning aid, technology based, skill based, or with the help of the NLP. I'm sorry, I have taken a lot of time. So the India education, let's it reach to the global standard.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Yeah, no problem. No, thank you. Then, madam, definitely we'll arrange a separate lecture, because I think after seeing your PPTs and all those
I'm
things.
sorry.
No, madam. Really, it is required to enlighten the students.
I feel, sir, it is a good opportunity.
Yes,
I feel it is a good opportunity to be interacted with my faculty, my team, my home, actually, the commerce and management.
Definitely, madam. We will arrange a separate. We will arrange a separate lecture on this aspect, because I am very much impressed for your PPTs and your explanation. I think it required separate 2-hour separate session for our association people to enlighten on so many aspects. If possible, you can share this PPT to Channappa sir, madam. Sir will internally share it to all our the delegates also. So thank you very much, madam, for the
Thank
wonderful
you. Really.
Sir, in addition, thank you, sir. In addition to it, my humble request to convey my this point. Please focus on the Divyang students also and the social economically backward students also. They are facing a lot which we are actually ignoring. They are of commerce or of arts. And big thank you.
Yes. Thank you, madam. Thank you once again. Thank you for accepting our invitation and sharing your